Hello, beautiful souls. Lori Rising here, star channeler, sacred guide, and next octave mentor. Happy Cancer full moon. Happy cold full moon on December 26th at 7:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There's a lot of love here. Ooh, y'all, we are in the most magical, yummy lineup, and we are in a beautiful winter solstice portal that has been opened and activated with the galactic center, with infinite intelligence, with energy particles and light. It's continuing to rain down on us with this full moon. So let yourself bathe in it. Really continue to find these deep places of stillness, of quiet, and just listen through your senses. Feeling is the way forward. And that's really what this Cancer full moon is all about. It is so dang exciting. I feel a major shift in the collective of us truly understanding on a soul level that we don't just go through the cycles or seasons, we are the cycles and seasons. We're just physical form. This is all consciousness. And wow, life is beginning to pop. And the more that we honor the ebb and flow, the shadow and light, the dark, the day, we're going to create a world from that. This is an evolution, yet it's a reawakening. We're moving back to when we used to live by the stars, by the seasons, by the weather. We used to be able to predict the weather based on what we felt, what we smelled, the visions we saw. Ooh, this is the magic, y'all. It's like I keep equating it to like this when you're a kid and you're going to the amusement park and you're so freaking excited for the roller coaster, even though it's completely unknown, but there's just this deep well of excitement. I remember I could not sleep the night before we would go to the amusement park. It would be everything to me. And that's what living in this flow of feeling and this movement and these tides of life, of consciousness, of the cosmos, of nature, that's what that feels like to me. So winter solstice. Wow, y'all. I did a free winter solstice portal opening circle and it was lit. I mean, that is the galactic center raining down on us and it's continuing through this full moon, like I said, and I'll get into that in a little bit. But if you haven't done a portal activation yet, please do. Get rid of the construct of time. We are beyond time and space. We create healing through generational lines, forward, backward, all around, parallel. So let yourself be in the wonderment and the excitement of that with anything you drop into. We have to start shifting the way that we live in rules and structures and systems. They have to become more expansive because we want to be more expansive. And that's what's happening in this Mercury retrograde right now because it's in Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. It's all about the expansion. So I put my winter solstice portal opening here on YouTube. I'm going to link it up here. Go do it right after this video. Do it with the family, do it with the friends over this holiday. Watch how healing shifts and is just created in those spaces. These are the types of practices that were meant to bring us to the natural high that is our birthright. And we got so disassociated from that, especially in the fear-based and the power over systems of this culture that continued having us exhausted and unaligned and looking for a distraction or a high outside of ourselves. You'll know if you drop into that winter solstice portal, you'll feel my natural high kick in. It was so good. I think over 300 of us have done this circle so far. And every time you do something like this, You activate what gets created, the evolution, the movement of your DNA, your cells of the light that gets integrated and alchemized into your experience. You drop that into the grid and you raise that into the light and the energy field in whatever acupuncture point of the world you are. And y'all, it is happening. The ripple effect is moving through the collective. So let's keep going. I mean, I look at YouTube and I see all kinds of winter solstice meditations, portal activations, openings. Like, it's incredible. You can do any of this for free. And when you actually start investing more into it, oh, the richness. You get to live in this beautiful place of ease, of expansion, of manifestation, no matter what is happening around us. Because let's just get real. The reality is the systems, the old systems, the power over systems and structures, and even people, they have to die off. They have to be dismantled. And that's what's happening. So we want to actually hold a deep place of honor for that while we keep creating a pillar of strength, of inner resource. And when you connect to consciousness, to feeling, especially in this very healing Cancer full moon, and reawakening your awareness with the galactic center, you are unstoppable, my friend. So more to get into, but first of all, if you are new to the channel, welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. Please hit the subscribe button. It should be right down there. Hit it right now because I have a very special surprise coming tonight. And hit the notification bell so that you're alerted whenever I drop a new video. Like I said, my name is Lori Rising of therawandwildhearts.com. And I just love this growing community. And if you like this video, comment on it and you share this video, you're really helping me to come back and offer more and more, because this is my soul-led and heart-led business. And I so appreciate that co-creation with you. So also, what do we do in these videos? I talk about the energies of the new and full moon and how they're moving through my intuitive channel. So I tap into the collective of what's really coming through in how we've been going with the cosmic weather, with the astrological transits, and really just with the dominant energy of the collective. And then I share that with you. Then I also share the new and full moon astrology chart with you, and I highlight the aspects that I'll be talking about that are really coming through powerfully right now. I don't talk about all of them, but I do talk about the ones that are kind of singing to me. So if you want to learn how to read an astrology chart, it's a great thing to stick around for. But the whole video is great to just watch to the end, because at the end, I bring in a card read from the guides that really help us to step into more support of how to move through these energies and kind of what to be aware of as we start seeing things unfold in our life and they come through the cards. It's really fun. So let's get to it. This Cancer full moon, it really feels like we're finding this place of a home within the self. We're moving deeper into letting go of external validation, of comparison, even of competition that our sensationalism culture has really tried to fortify within us. And it feels really good because I feel like 2023 was the year, I think I declared it as the year of investment, where we were really going to start investing in ourselves and communities that matched our frequency. And I absolutely saw that happen. As we move into 2024, this is the reclamation of the self. And this can move into Chiron and Aries. I have a lot to say about Chiron and Aries, and there's something coming up today with that because it goes direct. But I'm also going to be sharing a specific Chiron and Aries video with you because it's really important. And I feel the evolution moving as Chiron is slowly moving through Aries. So Chiron going direct is going to be really moving for us to understand more of that signature, especially in how it relates to your own natal chart and the houses that it's moving through. Now, of course, if you want to know more about your personal natal chart, have a personal astrology reading, I am still offering them. They're on more of a limited basis, but I love doing them. I come in with evolutionary astrology, I come in with the Akashic records, and I come in with transformational mentorship because this is all about you reawakening the power within yourself, the empowerment, the connection of your higher self and your higher guidance system. And that's what it really, really confirms for you. And I love them so much. So again, all the links are below in the description, or you can always head over to my website to check that out. And also, so the surprise is if you are not celebrating tonight with family or friends, and if you're feeling drawn to dropping into some magic, especially if you're feeling loneliness or any kind of stories coming up for yourself, join me. I am going to be offering a live, free, magical Christmas Eve sound bath tonight. I am sharing deeper into my magic as I now have a full sound bath set up because I have been moving more and more towards frequency and intonation and sound through my senses to guide me. And that's where we're going in 2024 as well. Oh, I'll be sharing my 2024 themes through the podcast and here next week. So again, hit that notification bell so you get alerted whenever I drop a new video. It's going to be lit. Okay, so I feel like this really is moving us into the new Earth Soul flow of getting quiet, letting ourselves feel, letting ourselves receive, and then unfolding from there, which becomes the aligned action and the manifestation of our life. This is feeling over force. We've been forcing what we think is going to be successful, and we have been exhausting ourselves because it's not the natural order of evolution and cycles and seasons. It's not how plants are grown. You don't force the fruit or the harvest first. There's so much happening under the surface before we finally get that final harvest that becomes our nourishment, or it becomes compost for the next seed to grow. Everything begins in energy first, y'all. So this Cancer full moon, I feel like, is going to offer us the trust in energy, the trust in silence and stillness, and the trust in healing when we show up for it, when we're available for it. So I feel like I just want to jump right into the astrology chart and show you some of this magic that just continues to rain down on us and give us these divine opportunities to practice while the reawakening and revelation is happening. So remember, if you are with friends and family, especially if they have historically been triggers for you or you have a lot of stories around that, let yourself be in this Saturn discernment that's showing up so that you get more disciplined in staying in alignment and holding unconditioned, holding the highest capacity of your heart and your love, and letting yourself change environments and get into stillness and let yourself come back and soothe and nurture your nervous system and then show back up in a new energy. We have to stop talking so much. The details are too much, but let me get into this, okay? Okay, here we go. So we've got the full moon in Cancer right there at 4 degrees. And at a full moon, it's always opposite the sun. So the sun is at Capricorn of 4 degrees. And this, again, it's like a teeter-totter. How do we balance the two out? And I love this one because Capricorn is structures and systems. It's efficiency. It's almost a level of perfectionism, but it's also the workhorse. So it does the job, it gets the job done. And then when you balance that with the moon in Cancer, it's so powerful because Cancer is ruled by the moon. And so it's this extra dose of finding that space of security, finding that space of love, of flow, of receiving, of guidance within yourself. Okay, now let's talk about this lineup of sextiles. Sextiles are 60 degrees from each other. So we've got the sun sextiling Saturn. So the sun in Capricorn sextiling Saturn in Pisces, which is really interesting because it almost feels like this opposite energy, right? So Saturn is going to be your discernment. This is going to ask you to do something meticulously or pay attention to it or really take your time with it. So again, for me, all this energy of Saturn is this beautiful space of discernment and slowness. And not having that quick reaction is a really great thing. And it's gonna offer you more of that opportunity to practice. And then we've got the sun in Capricorn, which is those systems and structures of you, of your light. And this is really kind of riffing off the end of Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, which is now in Sagittarius, but it was just in Capricorn. So this is kind of like taking the reins and helping you bring it to life. And then we've got a sextile between Saturn in Pisces again with Jupiter in Taurus. So sextiles, like I said, they're 60 degrees apart and they do need a little bit of activation, unlike trines. Trines are just really harmonious, beneficial energy, but sextiles want you like a square. They want you to do a little bit of work to create this beneficial relationship. So for Saturn in Pisces, sextiling Jupiter, to me, this is your inner expansion because Jupiter, as you see, it's red, it's retrograde. So again, discernment in Saturn, taking your time, it's actually about becoming masterful at something. And this is the inner expansion of your inner resources, Taurus, of beauty, of love, of value, of relationship, of sensuality. And that's really letting yourself bathe in your sensual experience for the guidance that comes in those messages. Because y'all, I know how deeply you're turning on psychically and you're turning off the control and the force and push mind. So let yourself be guided and see where it goes when you take the aligned action of the message that comes through for you, even if it's not expected of you, even if you would normally self-sacrifice to do it. This is how we create a new flowing way of being instead of just getting in line with how it's always been or how you think somebody else wants it, because that's going to offer them an opportunity to kind of reevaluate the way that they're holding on or constricting around something. So we're always the student and teacher. Remember that. And then I know y'all, I'm not done. Then we've got Jupiter sextiling the moon. So this is the inner expansion of your emotional world, of allowing yourself to feel in real time. Don't put it off because then it becomes imprinted in your cells. This is again bringing you back to the divine opportunity to practice. And this is really interesting as it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and the moon is at 4 degrees. 4 is the number of strength, efficiency, and mastery. Isn't this so exciting, y'all? Okay, so that's your lineup of trines that are happening, and there's more. There's more happening. Yeah. So we've got the sun in Capricorn trining Jupiter in Taurus. And like I said, trines are just beautiful, harmonious, beneficial energy that show up in your life. Ooh. So again, we've got the inner expansion of Jupiter with the sun of how do you do this new? How do you create rules that are boundless? Yeah, that seems like it's contradictory, but honestly, that's what we're moving towards. Is you stepping into this knowledge and this belief that we are limitless, that there's no bounds around us. And that's how we start living in our experiences, and it changes everything. So this is evolutionary astrology of how we work with Capricorn in a new way. Instead of just repeating the old way of Capricorn, of power over, of constriction and the systems. No, we're using it as we evolve. And that's really so beautiful with all of this Jupiter energy. And again, the inner energy of Jupiter. Now, we're not even done yet, y'all. This is so big. We've got the Mercury retrograde in Sagittarius right here, conjuncting Mars in Sagittarius. That's also conjunct, I'm going to put 27 here, the galactic center at 27 degrees. So yes, we have more galactic center goodness coming through. And if you're not on the Space Weather app, please get on there, because then you're going to see every time we have a radio blackout, or if you watch the Schumann resonance as it spikes or it dips, you're going to know that the magnetic field of the earth is shifting, which means that the pouring of these energy particles of the plasmic light comes onto the earth because it's meant to come in. The earth is helping us by shifting its own frequency to help us raise ours. Oh, it's so good. So let yourself continue to reawaken in this beautiful way, because with Mercury continuing in this retrograde, again, it's about reviewing, it's about reassessing, it's about renewing or rebirthing the way that you think, the way you communicate, the way that you process information. And Sagittarius is all about going bigger, going international, really letting yourself absorb all of the thought systems, all of the belief systems, and holding a place for all of them in this experience. Even if it's not the one that's truly driving you, that's going to lead you to that higher vantage point and unity consciousness where you're unstoppable, you're unwavering. Like nothing can shake your foundation from there. That is the ultimate life of liberation. And that's where I feel like we're going deeply in 2024, y'all. It is so exciting. Okay, the last thing I want to say, I know, still not done, is we've got Chiron in Aries over here and still retrograde. Chiron's going direct on this day. It's just still retrograde at this time. So it's going to go direct after this. That's going to be a big kind of hello in some wound that you've been holding and carrying about how you show up in the world. It's about the self. It's even about the body and the physical health of how you move in the world. So really let yourself notice that, because when you go back after this and watch my winter solstice portal opening, you're going to know what the theme is there, which is leading us to this Cancer full moon. And that is, what is the identity that is ready to die? In this long winter's night, what is your identity that's ready to die? And how deeply do you hold a space for the new iteration of yourself without having to take a ton of time to get there? It can just be. It can be you here now. We are made to change. We are made to grow. We are made to evolve. And we're made to move as quickly as the seasons do. That will be leading us to Jupiter going direct. And then Uranus is the last one. Where's Uranus? Over here. Uranus will be the last one to go direct, where we will have all planets direct in February. So get ready for some very, very powerful momentum coming in February. These are the seeds you're planting right now in this stillness, in this reflection, and this inward declaration that's happening, that you're going to be practicing and putting in your outward world. Oh my gosh, y'all. Yes. Okay, let's do a quick card read and see what the guides have to say about this unbelievably potent time. I'm excited to see. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. These are so Capricornian. Yeah. And I mean, this is, the sun is in Capricorn. This is really the signature that we're in right now, but it's the churning and it's the deep work that we're doing. So the first card is by the book. I'm just going to show you the cards because it's incredible. The second card is clean it up. And the third card is truth be told. This is where you are going to take radical accountability, because the only person that can create the change, the transformation, and the liberation in your life is you. It is not anyone else's job. It's not your parents' job. It's not your siblings' job. It's not your friend's job. It's not your teacher's job. It's your one true job by taking this body and coming here to experience this earth journey. And I feel like we're just having so much support. We're having all of the opportunities to do this right now. Continue reaching out, continue to invest in yourself, find the circles that really resonate with holding you in unconditioned, holding you in witness, because when you have that environment around you, anything is possible. Like I said before, we have to stop using so many words. And I feel like that's what these retrogrades are really showing us with the galactic center and this Cancer full moon. It's like, talk less, listen and feel more, and then create what you never even thought was possible. That's really where we're going here. Okay, y'all, I feel like those cards just really spoke for themselves, and they're just kind of saying, what are you going to do now? How are you going to respond? This is it. This is your life. Let's go. We're here. We're helping you. We're guiding you. We're supporting you. You've got to meet us there. So this is the place where it is so important that you continue to invest in yourself and your soul growth, because from there, every other part of the construct of life shows up. Your job, your money, your relationships, your self-love, your self-worth, your inner pillar of strength that cannot be swayed by any of the fear tactics and the emotional manipulation that continue to try to get power over us. And I have an amazing membership community. It is small and it is mighty, and I love it. And I continue to see this beautiful supportive power growing within the community in some of the members. And it lights my heart up. It makes me so freaking happy to be the catalyst to something like this coming together. And this is where we do the integrative work. We have to do the embodied work, because the mind is only going to keep getting more and more uncomfortable if you try to make things happen up there and you try to force them and you try to have the outcome. That is not where we're going, and it will get hard. I promise you, I see it out in the world. When you get in here to your heart, when you get into your energy and you get into the flow of your cycle and season, that's when big things start happening that were meant for you in your path and have been trying to find you for a long time. So if you would like to get more information about the Wild Heart One's membership circle, please, again, check out the link in the description below. It is so affordable, it's so accessible, and it's so far beyond the mind. This is one of the systems of New Earth and where we're going in abundance consciousness. Okay, y'all, for those of you who are seeking connection tonight, please join me for the live sound bath Christmas Eve meditation. I will be there at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. I hope to see you there. And I am sending you so much love and warmth through this holiday season, through this cosmically activated reawakening, and through the transformation and revelation of who you came to be, to shine and to share in this world. Until next time, y'all, don't forget to keep looking up.